Hi, my name is Leon. Today I'm going to talk about being a foreigner in New Zealand. Well, have you ever thought about being a foreigner in New Zealand? If you have not, imagine this. No high buildings, open sky, wide green field, and fresh air and real freedom. When I got there, the first thought that came through my head was, what a great environment. All the things that I had seen were things that I only seen on the TV or books. New Zealand have all the things make mental and physical healthy. Of course, it is hard to live in family environment because there are a lot of challenging around us when we get New Zealand. The first thing might be language. The first thing might be language problem. The second thing might be cultural difference. However, as we can see, New Zealand have the most beautiful natural features, which can make people release their burdens. There are heaps of good things in New Zealand, but of course it contains some bad things. I want to tell you what I like to being a foreigner in New Zealand, whether it is good or bad. The environment in New Zealand is just perfect. It is so clean. The world agrees that New Zealand water, especially in Christchurch, is the best water in the world. In the research, they find out that New Zealand water does not need to fertilize within chemical method because the most water comes from mountains, which are pure enough to drink from. So when I got to New Zealand, I was really surprised about New Zealand water supply. In Korea, we have a limited supply of water, so we have to consider many things before taking supply. Also, New Zealand has wonderful environment. I can see most New Zealand people have their own garden, which is impossible in Korea. Also, the fields were really green and wide. These features motivate people to exercise. And the sky. It is the most important thing to mention. Because of the high building in Korea, we cannot see sky easily. We need to look up, even the sky can be covered with your one hand. However, in New Zealand, you might be able to see all the colors of the city. Red, orange, green, purple, and even double-colored sky. When I was heading to another place, I could see green sky this part and purple sky that part. That was really impressive because the double-colored sky is really rare in my country. Secondly, in New Zealand, the environment for learning English is really great. We can learn English more effectively than we would in Korea, and also widen our mental horizon. Those are really important things. Recently, the world is globalizing. This means importance of English is increasing. Therefore, most of Korean parents start their children learning English from young age. It will be really effective if they put their children in English culture. There are several countries which have an English culture. However, New Zealand is the cheapest country to compare to other countries. I think it is really important thing to learn another language, especially English, to widen your mental horizon. All things you have to learn from New Zealand will help you in every part of your life. Of course, there are some bad things to handle. Because you will focus on something, you will face some language problems. When you come to New Zealand, for the first time, every single thing is in English. That's quite overwhelming. You cannot understand what they're saying and you don't know what to do. You cannot even ask other people to get help. If you find some of your national people, you are really lucky. Also, there are some people who are racist. I don't know why they hate people from other nations, but sometimes you will face that kind of problems in New Zealand. Well, when there are some things like that, you have to handle them wisely. Take my case. Of course, I faced a lot of problems with racism. Some people just swear or hit guys from another country. Every single time, I always try to understand them and be their friends. The first time it was really hard, but after a while, I finally make them understand about me and help them change their mind. As I convince them, I found out they are just people who see only one side of persons. All we need to do is let them know all about us. In summary, I found out that there's a lot of good features of New Zealand, but there's also bad things. However, I think we can overcome the bad part of New Zealand easily. Well, if we have an English language problem, we should improve by listening to New Zealand people. If there's racism, we can try to convince the people that people in different cultures are really just the same, or just ignore them. That is really simple. Therefore, in my conclusion, it is quite nice to being a foreign